Field Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie.
Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown and Dunkirk, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County. For more information on how the CCIDA can assist your business, visit choosechq.com.
From supporting people with disabilities to enjoy great lives, to providing health care services that are available to anyone, the Resource Center has been improving our county for more than 60 years. Learn more about how the Resource Center makes a positive difference in people's lives.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check it off, because we make getting vaccinated easy. You've got this, because we've got you. To learn more, visit yougotthis.usaging.org.
From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise. I'm Doc Hamels, and I am so glad you could join us today. Hope everybody's doing well. Justin, are you enjoying the warm weather? Sure. How are you enjoying the Canadian smoke? Are you guys getting that over in Jamestown at all?
We had some the other day.
Did you? I've talked to folks, along the lakeshore, and none of us ever remember as kids ever having anything like that. Somebody had a bonfire or, something along those lines, but never smoke from another country. And I know the air quality has been kind of weird, but it is what it is. At least it's natural. Oh, wow. Well, I hope you're all doing well, and good afternoon to all of those that are watching the show over in Europe. I want to say hello to Natalia over in the Ukraine. Big meeting coming up this week. We hope that there's some resolution to your crisis over there. And of course, we always have our fingers crossed and prayers go out to all of you over in the Ukraine and in Russia for that matter too, for all of you to be safe, okay? Good morning to all of you that are watching us live here on Facebook, or if you're watching us on TV, Spectrum 1301, every Saturday morning from 9 to 10. And the people don't know this perhaps, but this show is rebroadcast twice a day at 2 and 8 on Spectrum 1301. Also, good afternoon to my listeners on WRFA 107.9, Low Power to the People, Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. If you're driving around Jamestown, tune into WRFA. And they've got really some wonderful programs over there, including ours, of course, but very interesting things that you won't typically hear on other radio stations. So please check us out on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, as well as all the other shows they have. So it's really good stuff. We're streaming around the world. We're streaming every which way, and I hope that you enjoyed today's show. One of the things I do want to remind you of is that since we're live, you can call in, okay? And here's the number. You ready? Jeff's going to pop. He's faster than I can even speak now. 716-753-5225. 716-753-5225. You can call anywhere in the world. doesn't matter. We'd love to hear from you. And throughout the week, if you have an announcement or something you want to share with us, of course, it's always free of charge. And as long as it fits the FCC's rules, we'll get it on the air for you. And all you got to do is email me at chautauquasunrise@gmail.com. Okay, happy to get it on the air. All right, make sure I got everything covered here so far. Okay, so today's show is kind of interesting. I'm going to give you a little teaser. All right, Justin, think about this. We've had world famous record holder weightlifters here, right? We've had a Grammy Award winner. It was on the senior report, but I was part of that interview. We've had musicians and authors from all over the area, high-ranking state politicians. We've had a congressman in this studio. We've had internationally known musicians that have gold records, platinum records. And today we're going to have somebody that doesn't have one state award, but has two. This is a record. We've never had this. And it's going to be in the area of small business. We have the top small business person of the year right here in the studio that's waiting to get on. Okay? So we're really tickled about that because that's quite a leg up for Chautauqua County as well as this person's business. So we're going to have her on shortly, so stick around. All right, what else do I have here? Had a great time last week at the Westfield Farmers Market, Farmers and Artisan Market, and I was playing there and people were stopping by. Had a great time and thanks for having me. There's farmers markets like everywhere in Chautauqua County on different days of the week. I know there's one in Mayville, there's one in Lakewood, there's one in Jamestown today. Westfield Farmers and Artisans Market is right now as we speak, right in the heart of Westfield. Silver Creek has one, and I think that's all I can remember. Anyways, why do I point this out? Fresh produce, locally grown produce, meats, baked goods, artistic products and things like this for your home. Just all kinds of cool things. So please get out there, go to these markets and support the local folks. These products are sometimes superior to what you'll find, in the name brand stores and stuff like that. So give them a try. Also coming up, the Ripley Library, free library, public library in Ripley, New York is having a book sale, and I was there the other day, and I don't even know how many. There's hundreds of different books, and there's paperback all the way to hardbound, and just beautiful books. I think you're talking like $1 or $2 for most of the books, or 50 cents. So if you want to do some summer reading, check them out. You might say or notice that my beard is getting longer each week. There's a reason for that. The Westfield Cemetery Tour is going to be in September, and I've been asked to portray yet another famous character from this region. And I'm just giving you a little clue here. This guy had a pretty long beard, so I've got to grow mine out. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you more about that. But I think it's like the 18th and 19th of September. And last year I portrayed Charles Welch. That guy with the grapes. He only founded like this gazillion $1 million business in the world. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And we learned a lot about his life and career. And when we do these characters, we do a little kind of a deep dive into their lives. And it's always interesting to realize that a lot of these movers and shakers were here 100, 150 years ago, and they still have left a lasting contribution to society or to the business world or law world, whatever. And this Chautauqua County has really brought forth a lot of very, very important people in our country, in our world. So happy to do that. And I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to be, but I'll tell you this much. The character I'll be doing, the real life person, his life was so interesting and in some ways kind of controversial for its time. And the world has a lot to be thankful for this person. So there's your teaser. Okay, Justin, guess what? I have a prop here today. And Randy and Chris, get ready, because do you know what today is? Dun, da, 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 Buffalo Bills preseason. Yay, Jeff's cheering back there. I got this as a gift this past year from my brother and sister-in-law. So I guess my old hat was getting a little ragged. But anyways, preseason. This is where it gets crazy again. And everybody, two of us have the same team that we like, and the other guys, they have 1, 2, 3 different other teams. And so we have a lot of fun. We try to predict in December, right? We try to predict who's going to win or even still be in the running. So with that, go Buffalo, and we'll see how it all plays out. All right, so we have a little fun with it. All right, let me see. Chicago Bears, Miami Dolphins, and the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, oh well, too bad. All right, here got some announcements here. Ready, Jeff? Here we go. Megan 2.0. There it is set 2 years after Megan, a marvel of artificial intelligence, went rogue and embarked on a murderous rampage. Why am I telling you this? This is going to be at the Original A Theater, all right, coming up on August 13th at 7 p.m. Her creator, Gemma, has become a high-profile author and advocate for the government oversight of artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, Gemma's niece, Katie, now 14, has become a teenager, rebelling against Gemma's overprotective rules. This is getting complicated. Unbeknownst to them, the underlying tech for Megan has been stolen and misused. What are you? Get out of here. For a powerful defense contractor to create a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, the ultimate killer infiltration spy. With the future of human existence on the line, Gemma realizes that the only option is to resurrect Megan, making her faster, stronger, and more lethal. As their paths collide, the original AI icon is about to meet her match. Megan 2.0 is rated PG-13. It's 120 minutes long. Jeff had to give me a tutorial this morning because the way Megan is spelled is M with a 3 and then G-A-N. It took me about 2 weeks to figure out that it was Megan. All right, upcoming movies at the Reg include the live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. I love that program. August 20th at 2 p.m. And Tom Hiddleston in the Stephen King fantasy drama, The Life of Chuck, August 27th at 7 p.m. When it comes to Stephen King, I only read him in the daylight. I read one night, and it freaked me right out, so him and some of the other writers there, I would just read them daylight. No. I have an overactive imagination. All right, James Gunn's 2025 reboot of Superman is going to be September 10th. How many Superman movies can you have? They're like Batman. They never go away. They just bring back somebody else. And the music documentary, It's Never Over, Jeff Buckley, September 17th. So you got a bunch of movies coming up. Tickets are only $8 at the box office, $10 online. If you want more information, give them a call at 716-484-7070. So lots of cool movies coming up and things to do. All right, as we speak, we've got the Lucille Ball Comedy Festival going on. So it started a couple days ago. And if you don't know where the Comedy Center is, this is like internationally famous National Comedy Center at 203 West 2nd Street. The National Comedy Center, the nation's museum and cultural institution dedicated to comedy, announces that Jon Stewart, Bill Murray, and his blood brothers, I bet that's good, Saturday Night Live's Mikey Day and head writer Streeter Seidel are among the comedy performers to descend on Jamestown, New York for its annual comedy festival. All right, if you want more information, get tickets, whatever, go to Comedy Center, all one word, .org. And that's going to run till tomorrow, I believe, the 10th. Yep, so today and tomorrow. All right, then our friends at Gus Macker. All right, they have something coming up. If you know what that's all about, the Gus Macker returns to Jamestown this weekend at Jamestown Community College. The event is hosted by the City of Jamestown Collaborative Children's Solutions, a signature sponsor, Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union. And if you want to learn more, go to macker.com and look up Jamestown. And that's usually, 3-on-3? 3-on-3 basketball. And I know my nephew was in that one year. It's a lot of fun, and it just really, really does a lot of good stuff to bring people into the community. And I know Pat Smeraldo is behind all that, so good on you, Pat. And he usually comes in here around Christmas time to talk about Toys for Tots and things. All right, let's go to the next slide. The first annual Western New York Writers Conference. All right, a day full of workshops, topical presentations, networking with the opportunity to display and sell your own books, meet other writers, consult with industry experts, talk to successful fiction and nonfiction authors, and most of all, become a part of the Western New York writing community. This is like one of those mark your calendars, but give you a heads up so you can maybe get all set up. October 11th from 8:30 to 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. That includes lunch. General admission $79. If you are a Lakeshore Center for the Arts member, discount $59. Limited to 100 attendees. Okay. And it's also sponsored by the Northern Chautauqua Community Foundation and the Lakeshore Center for the Arts. All right. If you want more information, give them a call at 224-2135, or you can go to their website, of course, and we'll be talking more about that, I'm sure. All right. One more slide, and then we're going to take a little breather. All right. The 2025-2026 theater season at the Reg Linnae is starting soon. All right. So what do we got coming up? So we already talked about some movies, but these are other things that you can start looking forward to. Serial Killers live on stage September 20th, 7:30. Spend a deliciously chilling evening with renowned criminologist and serial killer expert Dr. Scott Bond as he takes you inside the minds of the world's most savage and prolific murderers. Cheery. But you know what? There's a million shows on these kinds of things on TV, and people are real interested in what makes these people tick. Okay, here's one for the family. Puppy Pals, live. Okay, remember, this is theater. October 11th, 7 o'clock. Puppy Pals is a family fun, action-packed show where adopted and rescued dogs perform, I've heard of these guys, perform spectacular stunts and breathtaking feats. Watch as they lead the puppies and the audience through challenging and comedy tricks as the pooches show everyone who really is the boss. Full of canine stunts and laugh-out-loud canine comedy, it is no surprise that this show has been a hit all over America. I think I saw these guys like on America's Got Talent, and they use rescue dogs and animals. So this is going to be interesting. Oh boy, here's one for you, Justin. Ready? The Vampire Circus, October 25. Getting close to Halloween. Heralded as a mix of circus, cabaret, and theater, the Vampire Circus is a mysterious, tantalizing, fun, dark, cutting-edge production guaranteed to amaze the senses. Enjoy a phenomenal night of live entertainment based on the multidisciplinary skills of international performers showcasing theater, dance, and gymnastics. The amazing show pushes the physical boundaries of human performance and leaves audiences amazed, astounded, and astonished. I'm happy just to go up and down the ladder. So we got live theater coming up this fall, and we've got movies, lots of things going on in the Reg. Again, that number for tickets is 484-7070. Okay, we're going to take a little breather. Stay tuned. My guest is ready to come on here shortly. This is for you.
Welcome to FNEP, where you will find supportive
and knowledgeable peers who will empower you to plan and create affordable
meals and nourishing snacks
that balance variety and convenience while keeping an
eye on food safety and learning to move more. Whether online or in person,
connect with us today.
Sometimes people want to know how I find my guests or how they can get on the show. Sometimes people write to me and say, I would love to come on your show. And I'll say, okay, well, what do you got to talk about? And most of the time, it's appropriate. This particular guest, I discovered in the newspaper, like huge picture. Let me see where it is. I have it there. Somewhere I've got it located. Where I put it? Oh, here it is. So there it was. How's that? Okay, this is not like a small little paper picture, but then there's like an article that goes with it. So I thought, this person has my attention. So I want to invite and welcome to the show the person that's actually in the picture, Melissa Baideme. And there we are. So, good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, thank you.
Wow, how nice.
Yes.
And we're going to get to why you were in the paper in a little bit. Okay, how's that sound?
Perfect.
We'll keep them in suspense, keep them on the edge of their seats here.
Yes.
So I asked you here because when I read the article, I thought, number one, Chautauqua person. Number two, award, received some really nice honors. And three, it's really cool because as people know here at Chautauqua Sunrise, we like to talk about things that are really nice, things that are wholesome, and things that people may or may not know. And when I read the article, I didn't know anything about what you were doing. And I live in the county, and I live just down the road from where you all do business. And I'm like, I got to know more. Yep. So before we get to that, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you will.
Yep, so my name's Melissa Baideme. I grew up in French Creek, New York.
All right.
I was raised on a beef farm there, and we had some horses, just, country setting.
And you went to Clymer,
Went to Clymer, okay. Yep. I actually got involved in ski racing at a very young age. And by the time I was going into my junior year of high school, I was excelling very well in ski racing. I was becoming ranked on the whole East Coast, so my parents thought that would be a great opportunity for me to, if I want to keep pushing myself with my dreams and my passions, and to create that independence for a very young girl. Go out and do things for yourself.
How old were you at the time?
I was 16.
Oh, wow.
And they gave me that opportunity to go off to a boarding school in Lake Placid, New York. And being 16 years old, that's 7-8 hours away, doing things on your own and building that confidence. It takes a lot as a young kid, especially as a female too. And my parents just kind of gave me that nudge. And I said, okay, and I never looked back, and I ended up becoming nationally ranked while I was up there at Northwood School.
Nationally ranked?
Nationally ranked,
wow.
Yes. Yep, top 20 in the country. For 2 different events. I got to travel the world.
Whoa, what were the events?
Downhill and super giant slalom.
Super giant slalom.
So there's 4 different events that you can compete in for downhill ski racing. There's slalom, giant slalom, super giant slalom, and downhill.
And you, I
did all 4 events, but I excelled really well in speed events. And it's kind of funny where we came from. There's no mountains around here. So
peak and peak, that's about it, right?
Peak and peak, and that's where I learned how to ski. And they're like, where did you get this need for speed? And I think it's just, I have that personality and that drive to, I like to live on the edge. So the fastest I was ever clocked was 74 miles an hour. So,
what? Oh my gosh, yes. 74 miles an hour?
Yep. Up in Alaska, we had a race.
I hit 20 miles an hour on my bike going downhill with the wind in my back. 74 miles an hour. How do you even?
You don't even know you're going that fast. That's the thrill of it all. Like
God.
You build that confidence. If you don't have that confidence, you're not going to make it.
All right. So downhill, you go slalom. If I remember right, there's like.
It's around the gates, real tight. You hit them. It's real quick.
And you were
turns.
You were ranked in the top 20.
So that was for speed events, though.
All right.
So for like downhill was ranked top 12, and then super giant slalom I was 18th. So.
All right. So Olympics. Was
so in order to go to that next level, I ended up becoming nationally ranked at the age of 18, 19 years old. To take that next step, it's a lot of money, a lot of funding you need, and I actually was almost starting to age out by that time if I wanted to move on. You have to
at 18.
Yes, and
well,
I
like
needed
the
to be
gymnasts. They're like 15, 16.
I know, and that's where you really need to start excelling even more, and you need to be in the top 2 or 3 nationally ranked. It's such a small pool of people to make it on because there's just not as much funding as like, Major League Baseball or, football. Yeah. They just don't have that funding available.
So being ranked that high, did you rub shoulders with people that went on to the Olympics?
Oh yeah, I skied with them, I raced with them, I knew them. I actually coached at a ski racing camp out in Oregon at Mount Hood for like 6 or 7 summers with Ted Ligety and Andrew Weibrecht. They both won. Ted Ligety, I think he had a gold in the Olympics, and Andrew, I think he had a bronze. I'm not sure if he had a gold. Don't quote me on it, but he got an Olympic medal.
He medaled.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
And how about in the women's division?
Yep. So as far as some of the women, They're just very few, but like Michaela Schifrin, I don't know if you've heard of her.
Sure.
I knew who she was. I never talked with her or
Right.
anything, but she was an inspiration. I mean, she's much younger than me, but seeing as I became a coach and who she was becoming, I was like, wow, like.
So I'm assuming you still ski?
Yes, I still ski.
Of course
Yep.
you do.
Yes.
And you probably travel vacations?
I don't get to travel much because of business and life and kids and
Okay.
having a husband who works a lot. And
So how many kids you have?
We have 2 kids. Yep. Yeah.
Want to do a shout out? You
So-
can do a shout out.
Yeah, definitely. If you have a picture, I don't know if both boys, if the pictures actually popped up because I don't know if I saved them properly, but
Okay.
but
So
if not, you
what
go to
are-
my
what are
you
the-
go to my Facebook and
what
see
are their
them too.
names?
Oh, there's Cole.
Okay.
Yep, Cole, and then Kane. I don't have a picture. I don't know if Kane would be on there or not.
that's
but
okay.
Kane's so that's us driving a tractor.
Uh-huh.
We were brush chopping that day, so they love riding.
He
in
looks
it.
very comfortable there.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, super. And where do they go to school?
So Cole goes to Westfield. Kane goes to Chautauqua Lake Bosse's.
Okay.
He's special needs.
Sure.
He's a wonderful little guy, but he's nonverbal, so no words come out of his mouth, but he communicates with us in different ways.
I did tell you this before the show. I was a special ed teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For
yeah.
15 years in a supervised program. So
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah, so he keeps us on our toes.
I bet he does.
in different ways, and Cole keeps us on our toes.
You know, every kid has their
Yes.
specialties, and that's
Yes.
way cool.
And they're boys too, so they're a little more energetic. I
Right,
feel like.
and being in the farm, that's a perfect location for him
Yes.
too.
Yep.
Oh, super.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're out there skiing, and then somehow or another you meet your husband?
Yep. So I went. I moved to New Hampshire. I lived up there for 10 years. I realized where my passion was coming back home. So I decided to move back home, and I got into law enforcement.
Wait a minute. You were a nationally ranked skier, and now you're going to law enforcement.
Yes, well,
Why did you do that?
Well, it's the need for living on the edge, and that's a career that you're living on the edge. I feel.
So
like.
what role did you serve?
I was a deputy for the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, and as I was going through training, that's where I met my husband. He was a field training officer.
So you were what do they call that on the road?
Yep, road patrol. Yep.
So you like arrested bad guys? And
Yep.
bad
Oh, you
women?
could arrest them. Yep. I did a lot of prisoner transports and everything, so it was an interesting lifestyle.
How many years did you?
7 years.
7.
Yep, 7 years. And as I kept moving on, my husband said, "Do you really want to do this with me? Like, is this the career we want? We want to have, we have kids."
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Let me go find something else to do. And so my husband's dad, Phil Baideme, they're also grape farmers. My husband's a 5th generation grape farmer.
Wow.
And Phil was on the board of directors at Growers Co-op. They're part of a co-op. There's about 70-some grape farmers. And while he was on the board of directors for them, he approached Nate and I, and he said, there's a lady selling her business. She wants to get out of it. She's getting older, wants to retire. And he said, I know you guys want to maybe do something else, maybe do this on the side. And so we went and talked with her, and I was like, well, I can maybe do this on the side or something. We'll see how it goes. And unfortunately, she was a little sick at the time. She was falling ill. And she just kind of gave me a pile of paperwork and said, well, this is my business. You can come see me try to bottle a little bit here and there. And I was like, oh my goodness, it was a little bit of a mess. And I went home and I was talking to my husband about it, and I said, these are the pros and cons if we go this business road. And he goes, if you truly, your heart is in it, and I see the motivation you have, and he has the motivation, and just that passion and that drive to always want something more in life. And he said, let's go do this. Let's go make it our thing. And so we bought the business, and she handed me the pile of paperwork, and we never turned back.
How long ago was that?
4 years ago. So July of 2021.
Okay. So you're a speed racer.
Yes.
Finish that up. Then you become a
Law enforcement.
law enforcement. And now you go into business.
Business, yes.
Just
Dive in and go.
had you ever run a business?
No, I know nothing about business, really.
Where did you learn about business?
So, well, I think one of the main things is problem solving. Like, can you problem solve, and do you have that drive to want to have more? So I said, okay, where would we even start to learn about this? So you start with the problem solving, and you say, there has to be resources out there in this world that help us. So we heard about the Small Business Development
Yes,
Center.
thank you. That's where I was going.
Yep. And so my husband said, you know what? Go to them. Let's go talk with them. So I went and spoke with them, and Danny Hickman is my contact there. Really wonderful guy. He's also very motivated, very like upbeat, ready to go. And he's like, Melissa, oh, this is great. Like, just do this. And I was like, Danny, like you're like, no way, I don't know, like maybe. And he's like, no, like you got this. And I said, okay. So we bought the business and they helped guide me. They have all the tools you need.
Let's do a little plug for them, okay? Because there's somebody out there who might be watching and saying, I'd like to start a business, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah,
so it's called the Small Business Development Center.
Yep, the SBDC.
It's at Jamestown Community College.
It's funded through the Small Business Administration. It's a federal agency. And they have these offices, the SBDC offices, located all around the U.S. to help small businesses. I think there's 99% of businesses classified in the United States are small businesses. It's a huge percentage. Yeah. So we need to have some sort of help like that, because how do we learn and how do we grow and how do we keep our communities thriving? We have to have businesses.
Absolutely.
We have to have help for these businesses. So it's a wonderful thing to have that we have them available. And some people are like, well, I don't even know if I don't want to work with them. I don't really like them. Or, you get this negative feedback. They're not going to do the work for you. They give you the tools. They give you contacts. Go reach out. Go do your own problem solving. Like, go make it happen.
And did they help you with your business plan?
Yeah. So, well, not in depth, the business plan, but they gave you the guidance, the structure, and the guidance. Like, okay, this is what you need to have, and this is where you start. And so then I just started doing more research, and I just kept growing from there from them. So they've been a wonderful help.
They were a good partner when I was an administrator with BOCES at the Hughes Center.
Yeah.
We would get some of our motivated students become entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And they wanted to start their own businesses. So I knew all those, but different people. This is a whole new staff now, but in concept it was the same idea. It's where do you start?
Yeah.
And I think the thing that scares a lot of people is that most businesses fold in 7 years because they didn't have good underpinnings to their business, or they didn't understand how to capitalize. They didn't understand, how to structure their business.
It's learning business management, and honestly, I struggle in it, and I'm really looking for like a business mentor or someone that I can have some guidance to make sure the business management side is still thriving and growing, because that's how you're going to be successful. The business operations side, okay, I can run operations, I can bottle, I understand all that stuff. You still obviously need to keep training yourself in knowledge and reading things, but business management is way more important than operations.
Absolutely. Do a little plug, my daughter owns a business in Northeast. It's the biggest salon in the area, Bella Salon. And we have this discussion all the time. And I just can only share my side, and it's from the educational, financial side of life. It's all the same, but you got to think these things through. And so the Small Business Development Center has been working with a number of people I know to help start businesses. And ask those questions that you didn't even think about. Well, do you have savings? Do you have this? Do you have that? What would you do in this case? And so on. So way cool.
Yeah, and there's always a way to make something happen. You just have to find the right avenue and path to do it. Some people are like, well, I don't have the money to do this. Well, you might. Like, you got to look into it. You got to do that research and I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours of just relentless research. And my husband has helped, and just it's constant talking about it. And some people just don't like that this grind. But if you want to do it,
I don't have the head for the paperwork. Just let me do my job. And it takes a different thing, And I've had people say, I don't know where I'm going to get the money. I said, they print money every day. It's just do what you just said. You got to do the research. How do I get to that money? And in a cost-effective way, so I don't bury myself and get in trouble.
And like in food production, you got to, pretty much every line of business, you need to know what your bottom line cost is. So figure that out and just start working. Maybe you set a goal to what I need to do, and you work backwards from it, and you just figure, it's a little path. You just gotta.
I always said there were no problems, only solutions.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So the name of your business is what?
CK Natural Fruit Juice.
CK Natural Fruit Juices. Where does the CK come from?
It comes from my boys, Cole and Kane.
Oh my God!
I named it after my boys.
I was thinking about that all morning. I said, I got to find out how that is.
Yes. Yep.
Was it hard for you to pick that name?
No, not at all. My husband actually mentioned, he was like, you know what? He's like, if we want to keep it a family business name, what is the most passionate thing of our lives? Like, what do we truly love? Our hearts go towards, and it's our boys.
Yeah.
So they're our world.
So, like, I was laughing to myself because I thought of all the times I've had to name whatever.
Yeah.
Like naming our children, making sure there wasn't a goofy name that would go with our last name. Naming our band, everybody wants to be the Drooling Midgets or something. So I mean, you come out with these crazy names,
Yeah.
and then just how about naming your dog?
Yeah.
It's like that's hard decision. So when you just said for your boys, how perfect, how great that was.
Yes, and they don't know it yet, and I don't know they'll learn someday like what the significance means when they get older, but.
All right, so you mentioned that your husband's family were fifth generation. He's the fifth generation?
He's the fifth generation.
So how far back, what year?
So it would have been, Nate, my husband, then Phil, then Phil's dad, which I don't know his name, and then Phil's dad's dad, and then then the mom of that one. So it would have been the great for Phil, and then Phil's, it would have been Phil's great. It would have been Nate's great. Okay. So fifth generation. So Nate, Phil, the grandfather, great-grandfather, and the great-great-grandmother.
And so back to the 1800s, somewhere in there somewhere.
Probably. I don't know when. But it would be back to the 1800s. So.
Because I mentioned that I portrayed Charles Welch, and I think that was 1890s or something in that range.
So they brought the Concord grape here from Massachusetts, I think in the 1860s.
There was another guy that did some of that. Yeah.
But they brought him down here, and they realized this is the best Concord grape growing region of the entire world.
Absolutely.
Right along the Lake Erie Grape Belt. It ranges about 60 miles, maybe a little longer, from Erie, Pennsylvania up to Silver Creek.
Right.
And it's only about like maybe 20 miles wide, not even, 10 miles wide. And it's just this little narrow belt that goes all the way up.
The temps, the water, the lake, the soil.
Yep. And it's just like that little drop right after the lake, so they don't freeze as bad.
Super
We did have a bad last year, like this late frost, but this year, it's looking like a huge crop.
Yeah.
So
you don't know this, but I'm like the smallest grape farmer in the world. I have like 7 vines.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what? I'll be sitting in a Rotary meeting, and I know some of the grape farmers. And I'll say, "You have a pretty good year," and they look at me and go, "Yeah." And I go, "You know why I know that?" And they go, "No, because my vines are up on the hill. I'm on the escarpment, and if I see that those grapes are producing a lot per vine and stem." It's like a reflection of what their vines are down below. Yep. And this year, my grapes are awesome.
Yeah.
Big, and a lot of them.
Big and huge, and a ton. And
so it's going to be, like you said, and then like
we just hope we have the right weather that they'll sugar up properly.
Oh, I know. It's all those combinations.
So we're just waiting.
So let's talk a little bit about your business, and then we'll talk about those awards in a bit. All right, so what is the business, CK Natural Juices?
So I'm a food and beverage manufacturer. So when I first started, it was just beverage manufacturing, and I cold fill concentrates. So I purchased concentrates from Growers Co-op.
All right, let's talk about what that is. A lot of people don't know what Growers is.
Growers Co-op is a co-op owned by about 70-some grape farmers right along the Lake Erie Grape Belt here. 85% of them live in New York State, and the other 15%, the grapes are from Pennsylvania. And they process they have about 4,000 acres of grapes, process anywhere from like 27,000 to 35,000 tons of grapes every year, depending. Like last year it was a little bit lower because of the frost. And they make about 4 million gallons of grape juice.
Woo.
And they make about 1 million gallons of concentrate. It's the Concord grape is the best known grape in our area. We also have Niagara and Catawba grape as well.
I have those two. I don't have Catawba, I have Concord and Niagara.
But we sell the most of the Concord grapes. And so Growers Co-op is the processing plant.
Where's that located?
Right in Westfield, New York.
On
394. It's right next to Welch's.
Right.
Yep.
See, a lot of people don't realize that the two sit together and work together. Everybody thinks they're all Welch's, and I made that mistake one time.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, this is Mr. Welch." I go, "Ooh, I got big trouble."
And they're actually, you would consider sort of a competitor. Yes, they are a much larger company. They probably have like 600-700 grape farmers. But it's just they had a different thought process than what Growers did, and. We have a wonderful company or co-op with Growers, and it's a great relationship, and their just their thought process behind how they help the farmers, and
just a
different co-op.
Yep.
but they have all the huge tanks outside. Steve Cockrum was the general manager. He's stepping down because he's retiring.
Oh, wow.
And he loves to give tours. So if people would like tours, you can reach out to
I know
Steve before he retires
and
here.
And his wife Karen's been to Africa like a zillion times.
Yes, she loves going over there. I mean, I don't
She's
blame
been
her.
on the show here a couple times.
Okay,
So, yeah,
she's a very nice lady.
Yep.
And so Growers Co-op's the processing plant, and they have customers, and I'm one of their customers. This special relationship I have with them is that I package the concentrates right out of their facility right now. And I purchased my own facility. I took the biggest risk of my life, and I went and bought a building.
You bought a building?
Right
it's like that movie, I Bought a Zoo.
I bought a zoo.
Where's your building?
It's actually right next to Growers on the other side of the train tracks. It was called Joe's Auto Yard.
Wow!
Yep. So I purchased that whole lot. And
where'd the cars go?
They're gone. Oh,
that's your place?
That's my place.
Oh my gosh, I know exactly where that is.
And we've renovated the whole building. We've gutted it all, and we are revamping it for food production.
Did you ever say, what am I, nuts?
I said it every day. Yes, I still say it every day.
All right, so let me get this straight. So the Baidemes, the farm,
yes.
Are they part of the co-op?
Yes, and that's how we heard about the business, because they're part of that co-op,
Okay.
and that's how we were.
So let me get this straight. So that's separate.
Yep, that's
has
separate.
really nothing to do with your company.
Yep.
Just happens to be they're part of it, but not part of the company.
I just got into the business because I learned about grapes from Nate and Phil and them, because I started, dating him, and
So
here we are.
It was natural. All right. So if I got this right, so you started a business that you bought from this person, and you're buying the concentrate from growers.
Yes.
Now, what do you mean by concentrate?
So there's two different forms of taking a grape. Well, you can do, I guess there's more than that, but making it either juice, ready to drink juice, like you go to the store, you open up your jug and drink it, or you have your concentrate. They evaporate all the water out and they make concentrate. And one of the things I find funny is people are like, oh, no. area as well, and honey is like 82 to 84
way
bricks.
up there.
So it's all classified off that. And another awesome thing about concentrate is it doesn't really spoil. I mean, if you don't keep it refrigerated, keep it in the heat, it's gonna ferment, turn into wine, or build alcohol, or it'll go into prune juice. But it's not gonna grow the bad bacteria. Like your ready to drink juice, you open it up, you forget about it for a few weeks, you're like, oh, now I gotta dump it out.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that with concentrate.
So the concentrate, when you say 60 bricks, is a lot of sweet.
Oh, it's you don't want to drink it.
You don't want to drink it, no.
No.
But so you just add like
water.
4 to 1 or something?
Yeah, so it's about 3 tablespoons to about 6 ounces of water to get your 8-ounce glass of water for the day. Like 1 gallon of concentrate will make 5.33 gallons of ready to drink juice.
So 5 to 1.
Yeah, 5 to 1. If with the concentrate.
Approximately, yeah.
And if you take the concentrate out, it's 4 to 1. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you make concentrate.
So Growers makes concentrate.
They make the concentrate, and you
I
buy
purchase it from them.
Give me that concentrate. What do you do with it?
I have a couple bulk tanks. Well, it's their bulk tanks, and they put it in the bulk tanks for me. And
Are you saying Bolt?
Bulk.
Oh,
B-U-L-K, bulk
okay.
tanks.
Okay.
And they're about 3,000 gallon bulk tanks. A couple of them I have there. And I pump right out of those bulk tanks into my bottles. I have anywhere from an 8-ounce bottle to a 5-gallon jug that I bottle into. I sell drums as well, 50-gallon drums. I could sell tankers out the door.
Who buys 50-gallon drums of concentrate?
Large corporations and companies like wineries, other businesses that are wanting to make specialty drinks, specialty foods.
It seems like an odd question, but isn't there someone else doing this?
Oh yeah, they have like hundreds of other customers. So I mean, we got to sell 4 million gallons of it. So I can't. I mean, I would love to sell it all, but.
Well, what I mean is there someone else in the area that's doing what you're doing?
No.
Why? It seemed like an obvious thing to do.
Yeah, if they want to.
So you got a niche industry here of your own.
Yeah. So,
okay, way cool. All right, so you got this big tank, and obviously there's a hose or something, and then where does the concentrate go, or juice, or whatever?
So it comes out, I pump it out of the bulk tank into my bottles, directly into my bottles.
So how's that work? You got a machine or something?
Yep. So I have a small bottling machine.
Do we have a picture of that by any chance?
No, I do
not.
Okay. I don't ever really take a picture of it like set up just because we're working. No, I don't think about
espionage. You don't want to give away your trade secrets.
Yeah, well, that too. Give away some secrets.
So you have like a conveyor belt, or is it all one at a time?
So right now it's a very small bottling line I have, so I don't really have a conveyor belt. I have employees that have to help move things around.
How many employees do you have?
So right now I have one, but when we do mass production, like I sell to some food banks in New York State, in June we bottled 49,900 and some 8-ounce bottles. We did it in 8 days, and I needed 7 employees. So I hired a few other people on. I worked with our temp agency, Express, out of Dunkirk, I believe they are, and I brought some temp workers in. If I have to do that, I'll do that. It's
49,000 bottles of concentrate.
Little 8-ounce bottles, and we did it.
Coming out of Westfield.
Coming out of Westfield.
All right, so bottle. Then how do you?
So we then have to manually cap. I'm looking at purchasing a larger
these kind
of. So the bottling line, it's a little foot pedal, and then it just pumps out. I have it all set for that out, right? And then we just pump 2 at a time. I just hand them over.
So it's a cap or?
It's a cap. Yep. You push down and you twist. It has a tamper-proof lid to show that it's safe. Like no one's tampered with it. And then we have to stamp each lid. We have to put a date on it, a lot number. It's a lot of manual labor, a lot of hard work.
A lot of paperwork.
Yes. And then we put them in boxes, 24 to a box, and we did 26 pallets, 80 cases on each pallet, and out the door they went.
So where did all this equipment come from? Did it come with the business when you bought it?
No, I purchased some things along the way.
Of course you did.
Yes.
You knew all about this, and
what
was the learning curve for that?
It was a lot of work.
Wow,
and
good
the
on
last
you.
couple years, it's just been learning and learning.
Do you go out to other places that do this kind of thing and say, how do you do that?
No, because a lot of businesses don't allow you to do that because of their secrets. So we just try to keep
Don't tell me any secrets.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
Kill me. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but for the most part, you problem solve, and if you want to figure it out, go figure it out. It's hard work.
All right. So concentrate. That's one product.
Yep.
Juice?
I cannot do ready-to-drink juice yet.
Okay.
The reason is I don't have a pasteurizer and a hot fill line.
Of course you don't.
Nope. I am looking at that to put that into my new building.
Of course you are.
Yes. Yep. Because I'm looking to scale up. That's the
all right. So some people are saying, well, where do you get the money for all this? I mean, do you get loans or did somebody give you the money?
Well,
no, it's not personal. I'm making this up as I go.
No.
I mean, somebody said, there's a lot of infrastructure.
So what I started with, I was very fortunate that I had that really good relationship with growers that I could rent space out of there.
Gotcha.
And you have to start everything small.
Right.
So you have to build sales, then you can build infrastructure.
Start small, think big.
And equipment and stuff. And as they go up, then you can level up. Keep going up.
There you go.
Well, I got to a point where I was kind of stuck. And I was like, I'm not going to grow much more if I don't take a little bit larger of a risk. So that's when that building came up for sale. And I said, here we go.
Okay.
So we dove in. I have not paid my family in almost 2 years now. Yes, so we're living off of one income.
I gotcha.
And we did have to get a loan as well. We haven't really used it at all yet because we're a little nervous. It's a special. It's really interesting how some loans work and everything, but we did get that as well. And
See, right now what we're doing is we're making a mark in the sand. And 5 years from now, if I'm still doing this show, you're going to come back and you're going to be like a millionaire.
Yeah.
And you say, "Oh, thanks a lot. You know, here's some juice."
As long as I make the right choices along the way. Like, you can take risks, but you want to make sure they're calculated to a certain degree.
Okay. So what other products are you doing?
So I have all my products over here. We can
all right,
talk about
why don't you
them
grab
all.
them and just go kind of go down
so
the line.
we'll go right down the line. This is the first one.
Okay, Just.
I don't know where he's at.
It's all, no, you stay still.
Oh,
he
okay.
finds you.
Oh, okay.
Watch, it's magic.
Yep, so this is our roasted garlic and parm dressing.
Okay.
I am distributing this right now because there's only certain things that I can produce at a grower's co-op until I move.
All right. There we go. I knew it was coming. All right, so this is what now?
This is the roasted garlic and Parmesan dressing.
Of course, that grows out in the field.
Yep.
Where'd you get that formula from?
So I am distributing this right now, and I have someone else producing it for me just because I don't have the means at Growers Co-op. But when I move, I want to co-pack, make my own, start doing my own recipes, and private labeling for businesses.
Okay.
So that's the first one.
And that's salad dressing?
Yep, that's salad dressing.
All
yes.
right, all right.
It's honestly, it's great on chicken.
Of course
like
it is.
Chicken wings, like.
So where do you get this if people are interested?
So if people want it, they can reach out to me at right on my website. I sell it at cknaturalfruitjuice.com.
Okay.
They can call me 716-485-3864 is my phone number. They can, I'm trying to think where else I have it distributed at. There's a few small places like CHQ Plus in Jamestown.
Grape Discovery Center?
Grape Discovery Center has it as well. Actually, they have their own version of it though,
All
so
right,
I don't
that's
know if
okay.
they can. But
all right.
Yep. So and then there's a few other small places, but I haven't really branched out much.
Farmers
of that
market yet?
I have done the farmers markets, but I've been so busy this year
Of course
with
you are.
everything. So
Right.
I'm not doing the farmers markets.
Okay.
I'll be at a few festivals this fall with
Great.
it.
All right, what else we got?
Yep.
Cool.
So we
There's salad
have the
dressing.
Concord grape jelly.
All right.
Yep. So I'm looking to start producing this when I get my whole hot filling line and everything. We're going to be looking at a whole hot fill line in a couple weeks here.
Okay.
And producing this in larger amounts. Oops, I don't know if you need to keep seeing
That's
it.
all
or
right.
not,
No,
but-
you don't.
Okay.
You don't worry. They're all going to follow you.
Okay. So I want to do this in a larger quantities, like when I'm working with food banks and stuff. This is our Concord grape concentrate. This is our most popular seller. This is the one that we sell about 20,000 gallons of concentrate a year.
Okay.
And we bottle anywhere from an 8-ounce bottle to the 5-gallon jug, drums, tankers, whatever I want to sell out the door.
yeah.
So we have that as well. It's incredible. Drizzling it over vanilla ice cream. We call it a purple cow in Westfield.
60 bricks, I guess
Yeah,
it would
68
be.
bricks.
68
bricks. Yeah,
Ay,
68
yikes.
bricks. And this is our tart cherry concentrate. We get this from the tart cherry farmer up right along. He's in New York State, but along Lake Ontario.
Yeah, there's a huge
Yep.
fruit belt
Yep.
up there.
And
yeah.
so they process this right at growers, and I purchase it as well. This is also a 68 bricks. This actually makes a little bit more. This will make 1.5 gallons, and this will make 1.34 gallons.
Okay.
It's really, both are extremely healthy for you, but this has natural melatonin in it.
Yeah.
And it's good for gout and arthritis. So
There we go.
yes, that one. And then we have our strawberry medium salsa. This is I love salsas. There's so many different unique recipes you can do. You can make like sloppy joes out of it. You can put it in chili, whatever you
Or
want to
just
put
get
it
some
in.
chips and
Yeah.
football season. Yeah, grab them all if you want. There we go.
Bring them all down here. And then we
Holy
have
cow.
then we have our bean and corn salsa.
Oh boy, that could be
Yep.
dangerous in my house.
Yes. Oh yeah. So like my husband, whoops, I'm going that way. So my husband loves to spoon it out, but I'll take like thin sliced chicken,
Sure.
and then I'll pour it over it, put some whatever cheese on top you want, and then I cook it in the oven, and then serve it with some rice.
Yikes.
So that's really good as well. If you want to make your own grape pie, we have our puree, and the cool thing about pie, the filling, the puree here, is it's 100% natural, and that's the beauty of even the concentrates as well. Everything is 100% that fruit. We puree the skins, only the seeds come out, and it's all just very runny, but you can thicken it up. I have a whole recipe on there. All the health benefits still in it, but
Great.
you add your sugars
Two more.
and stuff. And so then we have our strawberry poppy seed dressing. People
Yum.
love this. It's good
Yeah.
over fruit salads and stuff.
Sure.
This is also, I'm a distributor for this right now until I can start producing out of my new facility. And Our last but not least, this is our famous Concord grape vinaigrette. This is my own recipe. I've created this.
Wow.
And now I'm producing it.
Food science here.
Yes.
Wow.
I've taken some classes through Cornell. I'm part of the Center of Excellence there.
Cool.
They've been a wonderful tool as well for
We've
food
had them
production.
on the show here as well.
It's been great for them. So
Okay.
to work with them. So these are my products.
All right, we're going to do two things now. We're going to talk about some awards you got, and then I
Yes.
want to do some pictures real quick.
Okay.
All right, so you were named the top small business person and the top small business of New York State. Number one?
So
what the heck?
So the two awards was the top small business person of New York State, all of New York State, and the top small rural business.
Rural.
That was with the SBDC, the Small Business
Okay.
Development Center, named that, and then the Small Business Administration picked me for the top small
Congratulations.
business. Yes.
Wow.
So the Small Business Development Center nominated me for the regional award, and there's 3 regions in New York State. There's the Western, the Mid Division, and then New York City. And I won the region, and then they take the top
Sure.
3 regions,
Qualifiers.
and they actually picked me of all the regions to be top small business of New York State.
That is outstanding.
So I got to go to Washington, D.C. in May to receive the award.
Really?
Every single state was there to receive their award. It was a wonderful opportunity, just inspiring. They had a great business speaker there, just motivating. And
Super.
Yeah, I learned a lot while I was
Okay,
down there.
we still have about 3 minutes. So Jeff, if you can just start popping up pictures and you can reference them, and
Yeah.
because we're running low
Okay.
on time here.
Definitely.
All right, there we
Yeah,
go.
so
Whoa!
that's at the Peak and Peak Fall Fest. I do that every year. It's both weekends in the fall, so come join us at Peak and Peak. It's a wonderful event.
Yep, that's
I
a big
sell
deal.
everything grape there pretty much, so we got lots of stuff to sell there.
Okay, super.
And that is at another vendor event, just I don't know which vendor event, but I do the Grape Festival in Silver Creek as well.
That's coming up, yeah.
So that's coming up, so come up there. I have pies, I'm selling Concord grape pies, so come
I
enjoy
love
those.
grape pie.
Yep, and then there's our tart cherry and our Concord grape vinaigrette. Lots of things you can do with it. Very versatile products. And there's our products, wonderful tasting. So you can see them all.
Okay, let's see what else we got here.
And the pie filling.
You know, people might say, "Oh, I don't know about a grape pie."
Oh, if
You
you
got to get past the first bite because it does something to your palate. But once
Yes.
you get in, you go like, "I got to have more of this."
Yes.
Ooh.
I even sell it by the slice too, in case people are like worried.
What's this?
So that's all my packaging. So those are the gallon jugs going out to a customer. I have a customer who orders about 800-900 gallons at a time, all in 1 gallon jugs.
You know,
And
that
that's
really
probably one
speaks
of-
volumes right there. When you see boxes that
Yes.
wrapped, and all the production has to go into the boxes, the labeling,
Yes.
even the wrap that you got to plastic and
Yes.
ship it out. I mean,
And
there's a lot to this.
Everything is manual labor. Like I
Wow.
don't have. Oh, and I have candles too. I forgot to bring my candle, but
Okay.
some Concord grape candles, and they smell wonderful.
And you make those?
I have someone else make them for
Okay,
me because
so-
I'm not quite in the candle business.
Yeah,
yet,
yeah.
but,
Okay, all right.
I'm not opposed to trying to make.
There's your
anything.
logo.
Yep, for on top of the candle, the cork.
Colin and Kane.
Colin.
Colin,
Yes,
Colin.
Colin Kane. And there I am. We sometimes I have to fill out a totes if I had to, so we had to fill out a totes that day. So there it is. There I
So
am.
there you are with your hairnet.
Hairnet and everything, and it was cold, so I was in the wintertime.
Oh boy, oh boy.
So, I mean, it's not freezing.
There
but,
you are again.
Yep, I'm in the tractor, brush chopping with my son Cole.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, doing farm work.
Yep. It's always fun.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, okay. How's that for timing? We got about 45 seconds
Awesome.
left. So I promise you I was going to be quiet for the last little bit. So tell people how to get your products again or how to get a hold of you.
Yep, so they can reach out to me at my website, cknaturalfruitjuice.com. You can email me at sales@cknaturalfruitjuice.com, or you can call me. My phone number is 716-485-3864. You can also reach out on Facebook. We love people following us, so please come join us, see all the things. We have someone posting for us weekly. You can see all the health benefits and some great things that we post on Facebook. So we like followers.
Excellent. Melissa Baideme has been my guest today, and as I said, I'm marking time right now. Today is August 9th, 2025, and you're going to come back in a
Yes.
couple years, and you're going to
Whatever.
tell us how big you expanded and
Yes.
the success you're having.
Yes.
Deal?
Deal. I'm
All
ready.
right. All right. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show, and this has just been wonderful to hear your story.
Thank you.
And it's inspiring for locals, for young women,
Yes.
for anybody that wants to do something with a dream and a vision. So
Yes,
good for
go
you.
do it.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Well done. All right, folks, that's a wrap. Hope you have a nice weekend. We're going to do it all again here next Saturday morning at 9 o'clock on Spectrum 1301 and Access Chautauqua. I'm Doc Hamels. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye now.